2024 Honda CR-V Hybrid, 2024 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, the Showdown. A special thank you to Don Ayers Honda of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Evans Toyota of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Thanks for your partnership and for letting me borrow your cars today. The Honda CR-V and the Toyota RAV4 hybrids are some of the best-selling vehicles in the United States. In fact, they are the top 2 selling hybrid vehicles in the United States over the last 12 months, with the Honda CR-V just now overtaking the RAV4 with monthly sales. Today, we're going to be reviewing these cars from front to back. We're going to take a walk and look at their exterior styling. Then we're going to get inside and look at their interior features and technology. And then we'll take them for a drive. And finally, I will give you my assessments. So let's dig in. 2024 Honda CR-V Sport L Hybrid. This is a great vehicle and Honda sells a ton of them. Let's take a look at the styling. So you can see at the squared off nose, there is almost no overhang for the bumper. And you can see they just did a light redesign of the bumper to include these little things. I like it that they're body colored. Some of the other versions, they're gray. But you can see here that it has the front parking sensors, LED turn signals, which are also the daytime running lamps, LED reflective headlights. Overall, it's a bold style on the front end with the big Honda emblem. I like it a lot. Here at the side of the CR-V, you can see in this Sport L trim, it's got the blacked out wheels with the black mirror. I really like the styling overall of that. This comes with the 18-inch wheels. The mirror comes with the integrated turn signals, heated mirrors with blind spot monitoring. Overall, not a flashy design. It's a very classic design on the side. And of course, we're going to do the gas tank check. Does it pop? The car is unlocked. No inside button. I really like that, Honda. So here at the back, you can see Honda keeps the design very simple. It does have full LED tail lights, incandescent turn signal, incandescent reverse light, as the dual exhaust port outlets. But overall, the design is really simple. So let's take a look at the interior in the back. Power opening lift gate, of course, you can do it from the button, from inside or with the key fob. This only has 2 rows. It is a CR-V, not a Pilot. You can see it's quite a bit of storage space back here, but because it is the hybrid, there's no underfloor storage space here. A couple of hooks on the side, maybe for some grocery hooks, and a 12-volt power outlet. Getting in the inside, my first overall impression, much like it was with the Civic and the Accord, is that this is very simply and plainly laid out. I would say that the materials are very comfortable, high quality, even soft touch dash materials, armrest, of course, leather wrapped steering wheel. So Honda has the 2/3 digital, 1/3 analog driver's information display here. And like many of the other Hondas we've been testing, they have a configurable menu option over here on the left where you can change a lot of different things. This is a hybrid, so a lot of people will keep it on the power flow, or at least just if you're curious, you can see the power flow. One of the other features that I like here is that they have the seatbelt monitor, so it shows you who's in what seats and whether their seatbelts are fastened. So going over to the multimedia screen, it is a 9-inch multimedia screen with physical buttons for home and back, but the rest of the buttons are virtual. This does come with wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. Down here in the HVAC controls, you can see that this is the Sport L, which means leather. So this has the leather seats with the heated seats. Has dual zone climate control, left and right. The rear passengers are kind of stuck with doing with whatever the front passengers are doing. If you look down here lower, you can see it's got a USB-C port, USB-A port, also a 12-volt power outlet, and a wireless phone charger. Also here in the middle is a couple of cup holders. And in the armrest, you can see it's quite a large armrest. There are no power ports in there in the armrest. This Sport L model comes with a moonroof, obviously a power moonroof, and sunglasses holder here. Back here in the back seat, You can see it carries the same leather through with the orange accents in the seats. I really like that touch. There are two USB-C ports in the middle, as well as the heating and air conditioning vents. Overall, because this is a two-row SUV, they do give a little bit more space here for the second row. I have a lot of knee room here. There's probably a good 7 or 8 inches extra leg room. I'm 5'8", so you're good up until the mid 6 foot range. Also in the middle is armrest with a couple of cup holders. But overall, the back seat is really nice. So this Honda CR-V hybrid comes with the 2.0 liter 4-cylinder engine that's mated to the hybrid system. Ultimately, will give a lot of torque and horsepower, and I'll review those numbers later. But the 2.0 cylinder 4-cylinder engine is a tried and true Honda engine. So here, driving the CR-V hybrid, the overall feel just feels like it's a bit more sophisticated. I don't really feel the road imperfections as much as I did in the RAV. I think the RAV is just tuned a little bit differently than this is. They sell a ton of these cars. Same thing with the RAV4s, really, but they sell a ton of these CR-V hybrids, and I think it really just caters to the normal everyday driver. Like, it would still be really good on the highway. I'm not going to take it up on the highway on this test drive, but I'm sure this would be a great vehicle to take on a road trip. But we're going around here, and there's a lot of imperfections, and there's a lot of stuff in the road, and you're just not hearing it or feeling it. Just a really nice feel to it. So we're going to get the CR-V here from a stop, and let's see what this feels like. It's not fast. 200 and just slightly over 200 horsepower, and I would say the RAV is probably faster. Obviously, it has a few more horsepower, but I would say the RAV felt a little quicker. Actually spun its tires a little bit. I wouldn't say that was slow, but here in the CR-V, that was not fast. Here from the start, I floored it. And I would say this also has an eCVT, so you can kind of hear the engine. It mimics shift points, but I would say that wasn't really fast. I wouldn't say it was like dog slow, but it was not as quick as the RAV. That said, it was probably fast enough for what most people would need, but just that was not an impressive acceleration. As I'm looking at the sound, we're at about 66 decibels going 50 miles per hour. So pretty quiet overall. I think Honda really has figured out how to put the sound deadening in. Years ago, they did not do that, and the Hondas and some Acuras were very loud to drive, especially on the highway. So it seems like Honda has really figured that out. They've caught up to the competition with that. So I would say my overall driving impressions of this car, I'm not sure I have a complaint. I think I could use for it to be a little bit quicker, but the reality is it's a hybrid. People are buying this vehicle for gas mileage. They're not buying it so that it's a real quick sprinting car. But overall, my impressions of it, super nice ride. It's fairly quiet. The controls in here are simply laid out. It has a very modern feel and look to it, except for the multimedia screen. The rest of it's, very nice with the latest safety features like the RAV4 has with the adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist and all that stuff. I really like the drive of this vehicle, and I can see why they sell a ton of them like they do. 2024 Toyota RAV4 hybrid. This generation is nearing its end. They're ready for a remodel, but this still carries on with really good looks. You can see at the front end, large Toyota emblem. It's blue because it's a hybrid. You see there's almost no bumper. I love the contrast between the silver and the piano black bumper on the front. It's really nice. In this trim level, which is the XSE hybrid, there are no front parking sensors, but you can see they have LED turn signals, LED daytime running lamps, LED projector. The front end is really aggressive looking. They wanted it to almost look more like an off-road vehicle, and you'll see that around the other exterior stylings as well. Overall, the front end's very aggressive. Here at the side, you can see this XSE trim. It's very sporty. The blacked out wheels, the blacked out mirrors. Comes with 18-inch alloy wheels. The side mirrors, they have the blind spot monitoring as well as the turn signals and heated. Overall, the side, I really like it. You can see it almost looks like it's lifted. There's so much space between the wheels and the fenders. But as you know, I always do the gas door check. This being a little older generation RAV4, you have to hit the button. Hopefully in the next generation, Toyota will get it right. Here at the back, you can see Toyota goes a little more on the edge than Honda does. It has really sharp creased lines. Exhaust ports that look a little bit bigger and stronger. You can see the tail lights. They go sharp edges. Again, the contrast nice. Blue emblem for it being hybrid. But overall, the RAV4 is very strong looking. It looks off-roady. I like it a lot. So here at the back, it has a power opening trunk, button inside, button out here, and on the remote too. You can see really large cargo area back here in the RAV4. It does have one power outlet over there, the 12-volt outlet. This does beat the CR-V that it has some storage and a spare tire. Also comes with the cargo cover. Most people take that out after they buy it because they don't like to use it and it gets in the way. But it's nice that they give it to you. Here on the inside, my overall first impressions is that it's nice. It's more rugged feeling with the round knobs and things protruding from the dash and things like that. But overall, soft touch materials here. The seats are leather. Love the blue design details even in the stitching here throughout the dash. Overall, it's very rugged feeling, very different from the CR-V. Here with the driver information display in front of the driver, probably the middle half is digital and the outside gauges are analog. These ones in the middle are very configurable. It shows you a lot of different information. You can go from the audio to your gas mileage to your safety systems, those kind of things. And it has a digital speedometer too there in the middle. You can see here the multimedia screen. It looks to me like it's probably an 11 or 12-inch multimedia screen. An older style, older feel, almost similar to the CR-V that it's sitting on top of the dash. I would expect in the next generation, probably they'll lower it and make it more integrated into the dash. The issue I've had with the Camry and also the Corolla, I'm not crazy about the white background for this. So everything is white. There's not much contrast. I just wish it was a different color, maybe black and just doing white words on it instead of that. This does come with integrated navigation and also wired Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And as we go down to the heating and air conditioning, you can see they're going for a much more rugged look with these big knobs, things like that. It feels more trucky, honestly, than the whole car is as a whole, but it's just their design. Maybe they'll change it in the next generation, maybe they won't. But you can see it's dual zone climate control, of course, with automatic climate control. They do have heated seats in here as well as a traction control. Down here you have a 12-volt power outlet and a USB-A port. There is no wireless charger. They do go with a traditional gear shift mode. There is a drive mode selector here, and you can also choose EV. I didn't mention that in CR-V. It has an EV button as well, so you can run just a short period of time just strictly on battery. And here in the middle, a couple of cup holders, and then in the armrest, a little on the small side, but it's got a couple of USB-C ports in there. Down here on the left side of the steering wheel, you can see there's the button for opening the hatch, as well as this has a heated steering wheel. The CR-V had memory seats. This RAV4 in this trim level does not have memory seats. So back here in the back seat, you can see the same design cues come back here with the blue stitching, blue accents in here. There's not quite as much legroom here in the RAV4 as there was in the CR-V. But overall, a fair amount of legroom, just not quite as much as the CR-V. Does come with 2 USB-C ports and the heating and air conditioning vents there in the middle, as well as a center armrest with cup holders. Here in the RAV4 hybrid, we've got a 2.5 liter four-cylinder engine, which is a Toyota tried and true four-cylinder engine, extremely reliable, and it's also mated to the hybrid system. Together, they put out a total of 219 horsepower, which is actually really impressive for this size vehicle. This vehicle is going to be very quick. So here driving the RAV. It's pretty good acceleration. This has an eCVT, which is an electronic continuously variable transmission. It does not have shift points, so you press the gas and the RPMs just go up and they stay up and you keep increasing your speed. I would say, I'll try it from a start again, but that didn't feel like 219 horsepower. But we'll try it again here in a moment. So here at cruising speed of about 50 miles per hour. Pretty quiet. I show about 67, 68 decibels. That's not bad. This RAV4 must be tuned to not absorb the bumps very well. And so it must be just tuned. Maybe it's the XSE trim level or what, but I'm kind of hearing, the road imperfections and things like that. I wouldn't say it's a horrible ride, but it's definitely more of a sport feel, like I'm pulling the wheel left and right, and it responds very quickly to that. So it's very responsive to that, but really does lend itself to more of a sport kind of feel rather than a luxurious or soft feel. If you're enjoying this comparison, be sure to click like and subscribe below to make sure you don't miss out on any of my other comparisons. And also throw a comment below about what other vehicles you'd like to see me compare. So this is the all-wheel drive RAV4 hybrid. I'm going to punch it from a stop. Pretty good. We actually had a little bit of a wheel spin there until the traction control caught up. Somebody just pulled in front of me. But that was pretty quick. That threw me back in my seat a little bit. I could feel the horsepower on that takeoff. That was good. When the engine revs up like that, again, being an eCVT, it's kind of loud. But that's fairly normal with the eCVT. Toyota was really the first manufacturer to make mainstream hybrid vehicles. I know in the very beginning, Honda had the Honda Element, which was extremely ugly and not very well liked. And Toyota came out with the Prius. And since then, the Prius has just been a stellar vehicle. It's had amazing reliability, huge sales numbers, and they keep getting better and better, with the most recent generation Prius being such an amazing car. It's a good looking car. I would actually even own one. The prior generations, I don't think I'd be caught in one, but the current generation, they're very nice. But anyway, the Toyota reliability of their hybrid systems has just been very, very good. Even some of the original, hybrid Priuses are going 200,000 miles plus on the original batteries, and that's quite impressive. And if you check out any of the reliability scores through, Edmunds or Car and Drive or things like that, or even Consumer Reports, it shows that the reliability has been excellent for all of the Toyota hybrid vehicles. So my overall impressions of this RAV4 are that I like the drive. I think this would be a really good everyday driving vehicle, which is obviously apparent that a lot of people think that because of how many they sell. But this is a really nice vehicle, equipped in the XSE version, the trim level. It's a sharp looking car. It almost has like an off-road feel to it, look to it on the outside. But overall, I really like this vehicle a lot, and I can see why the CR-V and the RAV4 are in huge competition with each other all the time. So there you have it. We've taken a walk around the outside and looked at the exterior, and we've gotten on the inside, looked at the interior features and the technology, and we've taken them for a drive. So there you have it. We've taken a walk around the outside and looked at the exterior, and we've gotten on the inside, looked at the interior features and the technology, and we've taken them for a drive. The customers that are looking for a smaller SUV and are looking to maximize their gas mileage will most often look to a Honda CR-V or a Toyota RAV4. There are other manufacturers that are making hybrids, but these are by far the top two vehicles. I can see why. They both drive really well. They get excellent gas mileage. both of them will be very reliable and hold their value very well. The RAV4 is a more sporty looking vehicle. It's rugged looking from the outside, and they meant it to be that way. It drives that way and it looks that way. The Honda CR-V, it was designed to look more mature, more sophisticated from the outside and on the inside. And it drives that way. It's a little bit quieter. It takes the bumps a little bit better than the rugged RAV4. So let's quickly talk about hybrids. Why buy a hybrid over a regular gas vehicle? It's simple. It's gas mileage. So when you do the math, if you are driving a lot of miles on your vehicle or you're going to own it for a long time, it makes sense to buy a hybrid vehicle. Both of these are very reliable and they won't cost you a lot to maintain throughout the years. I give the nod to the RAV4 for its sporty look. It's aggressive looking. It was redesigned 6 years ago and it still looks good. The redesign that's coming in the next couple of years, I look forward to seeing what that looks like. I give the nod to the CR-V for drivability and for sophistication. It drives well, it looks sharp, and I like it.
For this comparison, we used the 2024 Honda CR-V Sport L all-wheel drive hybrid. It has the 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine with the hybrid component. It makes 204 horsepower and has an eCVT transmission. It has the Honda Sense safety system, which includes blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning with lane keep assist, collision mitigation, rear cross traffic alert, driver attention alert, and has the pre and post collision safety system with emergency braking assist. It has remote starter with lifetime subscription. It gets 40, 34, and 37 miles per gallon in the city, highway, and combined. It comes with a 2-year, 24,000-mile complimentary maintenance program. The MSRP is $40,355. For this comparison, we used the 2024 Toyota RAV4 XSE all-wheel drive hybrid. It has the 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine with an eCVT transmission. It makes 217 horsepower. It has the Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 system, which includes the pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, adaptive cruise control, lane departure alert with steering assist, lane tracing assist, automatic high beams, roadside assist, and blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert. It comes with a 2-year, 25,000-mile complimentary maintenance program, and the mileage is 41, 38, and 39 miles per gallon in the city, highway, and combined. The MSRP is $38,735.
Be sure to let me know in the comments below which one of these you would choose. And don't be afraid to share this link for this video with your friends or family that are considering buying one of these two vehicles. I know which one of these vehicles I would choose. Which one would you choose? Let me know in the comments below.